All right, live with Mr. Vegas. The legend is here.
Yo, what's up? Wagwan.
Wagwan.
Mud up.
Good to see you, bro.
Yeah, man, of course. Always a pleasure to be in DC, man.
Man, we have so much to talk about. Of
Yes, sir.
course, we know about the music. We know
Yes,
you
sir.
had the mixtapes out there. We know about the dab dance hall. But let's back up a little bit and talk about your beginnings, man.
Right.
When you
When I grew
first
up,
started.
I grew up in Kingston, Jamaica. Of course, I started pursuing music from an early age, going to high school, and just discovered, through friends that I had some talent. And of course, started pursuing music, dropped out of school, started hanging around studios and stuff like that. The break, came in 1997 when I did Heads High, so, the rest is history.
So, was there an individual or a person that noticed that you had talent and was like, "Yo, come here, man. I want to talk to you. Let's cultivate your talent." Was there an individual?
There was always a few people, Don Youth, a DJ from Jamaica. There were always a few people but I think most of it is determination. Just believing in oneself and just hanging out at studios, night and day, hanging out at studio. Back in Jamaica then, it would be more difficult to get into a studio, you know, because you'll be outside and you can't get inside. So, it used to be more about, more about the determination.
Now, was there anyone in the business that we know that's famous right now that took you under their wing?
Well, Don Youth was the one who, and Stone Love, Weepo from Stone Love,
Okay.
you understand, really, really saw something. And, you know, Danny Brownie, who did Heads High, Jeremy Harding, Sean Paul's former manager, he did When My Wife is See One in the Air. And them songs just started playing in Jamaica, so, a lot of credit goes to go to those people. Mad Cobra was another one who told me how to perform when I'm on stage, things to say, just to get a vibe from the crowd. And that has lived with me through the years, like always learning to interact with the crowd and stuff like that. And I think that's why I'm still around.
You got a lot of classics, bro. I mean, when you go to a Mr. Vegas show, you're gonna see a show and it doesn't stop.
It's a whole lot of music, man. It's a whole lot of music, man. It's a blessing to have songs that are still playing, after 19 years.
So, who were some of your early influences in the dance hall scene?
I'm Barrington Levy, of course, Beanie Man, Mike Cobra, as I said before. There are a lot of influences, but I just think the sound of Barrington Levy, the original sound, that is what I'm just grateful that people could identify my sound, so that's what I always wanted. I always wanted to have a sound where people could say, oh, that is him.
Unmistakable.
Yes, I.
Okay. Let's talk about the remix. Why did you go after Rihanna's work? Why did you decide to remix that?
You know what, DJ Ted Smooth sent me that track. And I was like, yo, man, there are so many remixes, man. I don't want to touch this, man. I ain't want to mess with this, and because it's already a dancehall record, the Rihanna record, it's a dancehall record. So I was like, it's already dancehall, and it was like, no, man, this is fire. You jump on this. So I said, all right, let me do it, man, and I do it, and the feedback is great, But there are so many remixes, man, because I think when a record is this good, and the internet is so accessible now, where people just do things and just release it, So,
So now you're worldwide with Rihanna. I wonder if she's heard the remix yet.
well, maybe she will, because it was smooth. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Really smooth.
And exactly, and plus we know Barbados is right down the street from Jamaica,
Of course,
so it's
of
very
course,
close.
of course, of course. And it's a good vibe when you get to work with these type of records, just to remind people that you know what, Mr. Vegas is still around, And when you do records like these, like I remember I did a remix on a record and then a Chris Brown record, and then next thing I know, Beyonce was sending me "Standing on the Sun" to do an official remix, So that was big. That was big. "Standing on the Sun," and it's on her platinum album. She's actually performing the track with Mr. Vegas' voice on tour, so that's big.
How does that feel to know Beyonce takes you
Yeah,
everywhere
that is like one
that
of the
she
most
goes?
that is like one of the most influential women in music. She's way up there, powerful, maybe the biggest female artist of our generation. You see what I'm saying? So it's a big look, man, to know that a small island from Jamaica you know, with a little artist like Mr. Vegas and Beyonce's feeling his vocals, you know, and even including it in her shows, you know.
Talk about this dab dance hall thing. We know that it was big here in the U.S. and everybody's ah. You decided to do it in Jamaica. Talk about that whole process, man.
It's just crossing cultures, you know. I think when they're when the videos are like the videos like Justin Bieber Sorry and the Beyonce's videos and all these videos, you see a lot of dancehall moves. You see what I'm saying? So now I see something that is hot in America, and I say, you know what? I'm going to take it back to our culture, just like when they take stuff from our culture to their culture. So it's just, you know, basically seeing something that everyone was doing and introducing it to the Caribbean. Jamaicans look at the dab, it reminds them of a dance that Bogle or one of those dancers created. You know, I think it was Bogle, I'm not sure, called the Chaplin. You know, and, you know, so it reminds them of something that we used to do back in the days.
How does it go with your hand? You
The
don't
Chaplin
stand
is
up.
like the same thing where you know, and you flick your hand up, so it was basically like looking like the Chaplin, you know.
Whoa.
Yeah, man.
I never knew that.
Yeah, man. If you listen to a lot of Elephant record, it was like Chaplin, Chaplin, you know.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
man.
have to do my research and see
Yeah,
if I
man.
can find that footage.
Yeah, man.